All right, man. You know what I mean? Shalom, Lord in Christ to everybody. This is a Tuesday night ISUPK Brotherhood and Sisterhood class. That's right, Brotherhood and Sisterhood class. Both of us. You know what I'm saying? So you already know how this class go. We're gonna give you some time to get in the room, get whatever you gotta get your drink, get your preset book, whatever it is that you need, man, your questions, and then you bring them and we'll be right back, all right? And then we're going to go ahead and get started, all right? We got Isaiah Ward coming in here tonight, so, it's going to be a good one, all right? We're going to talk about voting, and we're going to talk about Thanksgiving being right around the corner. And what are you going to do, all right? Let's get it.
Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yo, man, what's this about?
Man, quiet, man. I'm trying to set my scene.
All right.
I called this council today, man, because I've been hearing some stuff. Captain Zariak coming out with that Carl Gas, Blue Magic. Yeah. And somebody leaked the ingredients. Don't nobody know nothing? Huh? Shit! Come on. Somebody gotta know something, man. Yeah. This is Delaware, man. We run a tight camp.
12 seconds later.
I know somebody knows something. Ain't that right? Don't you know something? Hmm? You don't know nothing.
I don't know nothing,
Huh? Come on, man. You supposed to be in charge, G-Money. You the man.
I don't know nothing.
You don't know nothing. Stall him out. It's a brand name, man. It smells great. And this shit can't happen again. Listen, man. Carl Gas, man. Blue Magic. It's the best smelling oil ever. Nino, snap out of it. Snap out of it. I never liked women. Fresh brains having ass.
You ain't no Israelite, but you a gospelite, bitch. Fuck you talking about? If that nigga won't war, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade just line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy? You be done to try. South Coast shit, we bought it. UPK, shoot solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch. Sharp on shit, I'm about it. UPK too solid. Fuck nigga don't want war. It ain't enough clips in your army.
All right, man. You know what I'm saying? That was the new commercial for Carl Gas, man, Captain Zariak, man. So what we're talking about today is gonna be voting and how it doesn't, you know, we haven't been able to benefit from it. Also, we're going to tie that in with brotherhood, of course. Thanksgiving being like 2 days away, everybody getting ready for Thanksgiving. I mean, I was in the grocery store and there was a ton of people in there, you know, spending $500 on one meal, which is ridiculous. Makes no sense at all. To be this late in the game and still want to be joined with the oppressor. First scripture I want to get real quick. First scripture I want to get was Lamentations 4:17. And it says, as for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help. And that's what we do in this place, man. You know, our eyes fail for our vain help because our eyes fail because we have been trying to prove Christ wrong. We've been trying to prove the Bible wrong. And our eyes fail because we see that we get cut off at every turn because we fail to listen. We fail to get smarter. You know, and this is why we're allowed to get crushed every year, you know, because we want to be included. And it's so crazy when I see our people, and this don't even have to be like, you know, you having the truth or anything. But at this point, I mean, you can clearly see that the other nations, you know, with all this technology, everything that we have, you can clearly see that the other nations don't, you know, respect us and don't, you know, love us, right? So I'll ask myself, okay, so everybody can see. I mean, I see it on social media all the time. Everybody sees like that there's two different Americas, right? We all see that. And even though we still see that it's two different Americas, around the holidays, we try to become one America. You know, we try to be included with America. And I just tell everybody, man, you know, even when I be out at camp, it's like, you know, you can't be woke until the holidays get here, you know, until, you know, Christmas get here and you got to go buy them stinking gifts for your kids, you know, and spend all that a ton of money that you don't have. You know, we want to be woke until a holiday gets here, you know, and these holidays are strategically put in place so that, you know, no matter how mad we get, it can only be for a certain amount of time. Right? Because our eyes fail for our vain help, man. We look to America to help us, man. And America doesn't do anything for us but make consumers out of us, man. You know, consumerism. That's what we've been brainwashed into a mindset of consumption. And that's literally what it is. I mean, now we see with gas prices rising so high. I mean, not gas prices, well, gas prices too, but food prices rising so high, right? I went into the store and I got me some lunch meat and some bread, some rolls, you know, and the stuff that you put on a sandwich. I ended up walking out spending like $100. I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? $100 for just sandwich meat, you know, and to go out and just imagine what we out here spending on Thanksgiving. 2 turkeys, 2 hams, you know, 2 this, 2 that, 5 different pies, you know, and you name it, you know, and that's what we're out here doing. And it said, the scripture said that our eyes yet have failed for our vain help, and we have watched a nation that could not save us, because we think that America is going to save us, and we think that the next president is going to be the one to save us, you know. And, you know, it's so funny, right? I seen Donald Trump, right? Donald Trump said that he was running for president again in 2024. And black people are scared to death, you know what I mean? Because they know what comes with Donald Trump being in office. They know when Donald Trump comes, he's going to bring the white supremacists out. You know, he's going to bring the militias out. He's going to bring out, you know, racist America, right? And it's going to force black people to take a look at what we've been trying to avoid. You know what I mean? And that is that these other nations hate us, and we've never been included in America. And why would we even want to celebrate Thanksgiving when that's the death of the Native Indians, the death of our own brothers? You want to go out and you want to celebrate that. But check this out. When you celebrate the death of the Native Indians, then for one, you're showing them that we have no integrity, right? We have no integrity as a nation because we want a goddamn sweet potato pie, right? We have no integrity as a nation because we want mashed potatoes. You get my point? Like we don't get respected because we don't stand on anything. And we can't get mad when we turn up dead, right? When things happen to us, we can't be mad that other people don't care about what happens to us. Because we damn sure don't care about what happened to the Native Indians because we want to go and have some damn food, right? And so you can't be mad when you scream Black Lives Matter and you go out and you say, well, why ain't nobody caring about our plight? Why ain't nobody caring about, the unarmed black men and black women that are getting killed by the police officers? Why don't nobody care about our oppression? Why don't nobody care? Why don't nobody care? And we can clearly see that we don't care, you know what I'm saying, about anybody else. So since we don't care about nobody else, we can't be mad that nobody else cares about us. And you can best believe that, this week we're going to not be mad anymore, right? We're not going to be mad about what happened to the sister over in Mexico. We're not going to be mad about the things that happened to us. You know what I'm saying? Because for that one day, we're going to be able to have the illusion that we're included in something. Now, I tell everybody all the time, if it's turkey you want, get some turkey now. I mean, damn, go get it. Right? It's right at the store. You can go get the turkey. It's no problem. Wawa even got turkey sandwiches out right now. You can go get a sandwich. Right? It's not even that serious. Right? And this is the mindset that we have to take. I want to pull the scripture real quick, right? Till the brother get in here, right? Now, let me see. Wisdom of Solomon 10:8. All right. I want y'all to go here real quick. Wisdom of Solomon 10:8. Wisdom of Solomon 10:8. Wisdom of Solomon 10, verse 8. All right. So it says, for regarding not wisdom, they got not only this hurt, right? Now, we got hurt for the Most High because we didn't regard wisdom, right? Because we choose to just be dumb at every single point that we come up to. We choose to be ignorant, and not only because we rejected that wisdom, did we get hurt behind it, right? We'll keep reading. It says, that they knew not the things which were good. And that's the laws, the statutes, the commandments, and everything that the Lord gave us that separated us from these other nations. Everything the Lord gave us that would make the other nations look at us like we're something to be, look at it like something to be respected, right? And it says, but also left behind them to the world a memorial of their foolishness. And that's exactly what we left, a memorial to our foolishness. When we look at that there's no black businesses in none of the major cities, then that's a memorial to our foolishness, right? The civil rights movement was a memorial to our foolishness that the world can see, right? The ghetto, the projects, that's a memorial to our foolishness, right? Because we want to be included in a system that has never included us, right? And because we don't understand that at this point, this is why we're going out to celebrate Thanksgiving again. This is why when Christmas comes up, we're going to go celebrate Christmas. And these was the same ones who were celebrating Halloween. But when it's no holidays going on, all of a sudden now you want to be woke. All of a sudden now you want to be all about brotherhood and sisterhood, right? And for every brother and every sister, man, that left this school, man, you know what I mean, that went back into the world and they're celebrating, you know what I mean, these holidays that are coming up. Just know that you were weak, man, and guess what? There's other brothers and other sisters that wasn't weak as you are. You know what I mean? And those brothers and those sisters, man, that's going to be in here, that's going to do the work, that's not going to fall because they hungry and they want to be, on the right side of America. Those brothers and those sisters are better than you, man. And always remember that. All right? What's going on, Tasha Young? So like it, Danisha Jones up in here, YMB Bronx up in here. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Like it. Tamika Shanta. What's going on? Shalom. checking in from Riverside, Rico. All right. That guy checking in from Jersey. You know what I mean? April checking in. You know what I mean? And shout out to all of y'all. You know what I'm saying? And this is where it's going to separate the people, like, because this week is Thanksgiving, and we just can't wait to just. I mean, why would you even want to go around your family, man, who you can only stomach at the damn holidays? You literally only stomaching your family because it's the day that the oppressor gave you to be with your family. And then it's a day that, I mean, even at this point, with all of this technology out there, you know that this whole holiday is about the death of the Native Indians, and you still go out and celebrate it, man, then you do not care about your ancestors. You don't care about nobody but your lust. You don't care about anybody but food. So when the tables turn and something is going on with you in your life that you want other people to acknowledge, nobody's gonna give a damn. And I would have said that for it, but I just gonna keep it clean. All right. All right. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna see if the brother is gonna be in here. 1 second. Give me 1 second, y'all. Salakia. Yeah, so the brother about to come in now, so Salakia about that, y'all. But my point I was trying to make is that we gotta stand on something. I mean, I get tired of just being the butt of the joke all the damn time. You know what I'm saying, and not being respected by these other nations. We got all the smoke until the holidays get here. We got all the TikTok videos about, well, look what happened here. Look what happened here in history. Look what happened here. And, just pointing out all the racism that we had to endure here in America. But for some reason, when the holidays get here, like, all of that goes out the window. You can see, hold on, Salakia. Backstage. Okay, there you go. Yeah, no sweat. You can hear? Oh, you sound like you muted.
Hold up.
Oh, no, I can hear you.
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All
right, no sweat. So where we at right now is we in Maccabees. I mean, we in Wisdom of Solomon 9 and Salakia, let me get it for you real quick. Wisdom of Solomon 10 and 8.
All right, come on, Khan.
No sweat. Wisdom of Solomon 10 and 8. What's going down though, man? What's up?
Hey, man, you already know, man. You know what I mean? Working hard, hardly working. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, everybody about to celebrate Thanksgiving.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? That's about to be the thing. You know what I'm saying? Thanksgiving. And
right.
I was in the supermarket, and it was a ton of people in there. buying everything.
Right.
Now I can only imagine with inflation of the food prices, how much they actually are spending in there.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's ridiculous, and it just shows that we have no integrity as a nation.
None.
No integrity. You can hear me clearly, Salakia?
Conor McCon, I hear you clear, sir.
Okay, no sweat, no sweat. Most High in Christ. If you could read that, Bubba Kashaw, from the top, I appreciate it.
You said Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 10 and verse 6?
No, 10 and 8.
10 and 8, Salaki.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Conor McCon. This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 10 and verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
For regarding not wisdom,
Mm-hmm.
they got not only this hurt.
And the hurt that we got, you know what I mean, was, falling and letting our enemies, be able to rule over us, time and time again. Like when you look at, you read the history of Israel, like we go in captivity, come out, go back in, come out, go back in, because we are like the most, we're so hard-headed as a nation that it really, like, at this point is like, there's a, like, defect somewhere. You know what I mean?
Right. Conor McCon.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, the Chinese and the Japanese and all the different nations around the earth, they stick to what they believe in. They stick to their culture and they don't waver off of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Conor McCon. that they knew not the things which were good,
Mm-hmm.
but also left behind them to the world a memorial of their foolishness.
That's it. This is a great scripture right here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because, like I said, the civil rights movement is a memorial to our foolishness.
Right.
All of the cities that we've ever had that are desolate now is a memorial to our foolishness. Right. The black business, you know what I mean? The civil rights movement telling us to give all our businesses over so we'll be accepted by other nations. And now we don't have, hospitals and we don't have, businesses. That's a memorial to our foolishness. Right?
Conor McCon.
Go ahead.
Conor McCon. So that in the things wherein they offended, they could not so much as be hid.
Right. Because when we went against the law, you know what I mean, and as a result of us going against this law, this is like I said, like that sign and that wonder that was going to be on us. You know what I'm saying? And now we can't be hid. Everybody knows who we are. You know what I'm saying? They know who's the niggas are. Right.
Conor McCon.
Mm-hmm.
And like, if I may, sir,
yeah,
when I think about that memorial of our foolishness, it's also like that's that sign that's on the children of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like that's how we able to tell like who we are, because all the stuff that how we have to go to our enemies for food, clothing, shelter, and one of all things.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just the sign of our foolishness. That's the memorial of foolishness, because if we would have kept the law, statutes, commandments, we wouldn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you could tell who the children of Israel are, because you can look at the memorial of our foolishness and all the things that we done wrong and how we put ourselves in some of the conditions that we're in.
That's right, man. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what we did. We put ourselves in this mess, and we can't get out of it because it's like a revolving circle. You know what I'm saying? It's like constantly going around and we just running in circles, and then it's like we go around so many times in circles that we just start looking at each other. You know what I mean? Because we just go in circles so much, we just start looking at each other like, damn, you know what I mean? And everybody else that's around us is able to benefit off of our calamity. They're able to benefit off of our lack of unity. You know what I'm saying? Right. And because of that, we're able to get exploited.
Right, Conor McCon.
Yeah. Salakia. Just sharing this real quick. And you can let me know if you gotta, if you gotta sign off for a second or whatever. You know what I mean?
Conor
All right, no sweat. All right. So real quick, can I get Proverbs 29? No, matter of fact, we're saying Wisdom of Solomon. Can I get Wisdom of Solomon 15 and 12?
Conor McCon.
Let me see if I could scribe it real quick. I think that was it. Okay, you got it.
Conor McCon, this is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 15 and verse 12. Salakia. But they counted our life a pastime.
You know what a pastime is, man? A pastime is like enjoyment, things you do for enjoyment.
Right.
You know, these other nations, they count our life for a pastime. You know, something they can enjoy. You know, they like when Kyrie dribbled the ball and, you know, how good he is until he opened up his mouth. You know, they love, you know, the way we can dance. They love the way we can sing. They love the way we belt out that Star Spangled Banner. Right. You know, they get you know, they get who they get? They get somebody, Gladys Knight to sing it. You know what I mean? Somebody that can really sing. And they treat our life as a pastime. Right. You know what I mean?
Khan.
Go
ahead. Slovakia. And our time here, a market for gain.
Ooh, that's it, man. Ain't that horrible? That's horrible, man. they treat our life as a pastime, and then they treat it in our time here on this earth a market for gain. Like what could they make off of us? You know what I'm saying? Like, what can they, you know, gain from us just being around? You know what? I was just watching a podcast. You know MC Search?
Conor McCann.
The white boy, the
white rapper boy.
Yeah, he actually owns some of Jay-Z's publishing from like 30 years ago. Like they were talking about how he owned like the Dead President song, the President song. Like he was like talking about now Nas own it, and he owns a piece of that. Like, you know, everybody just is able to just insert themselves and just take from our culture and not give anything back to it. You know what I'm saying? And, and real quick, you know, that's what we was talking about too. Remember that as where we were talking about at camp, we was talking about culture.
Right.
And we were talking about what is Black culture. Now, this is what Black culture is. Black culture is, for one, it's the lowest rung of European culture, right? That's Black culture. The lowest rung of European culture, right, is Black culture. But also, Black culture is rap music.
Right.
You want to say something?
No, I totally agree with that. And I mean, somebody else, or was that me?
No, that's you.
Okay. Yeah, Conor McCann. I totally agree. That's what we are, just a dumbed down version of American culture. You know what I'm saying? Just like even our slang and the way we speak is us taking English and creating our own style of it. You know what I mean? And then that's American culture. I mean, that's Black culture. So yeah, I totally agree with you saying that.
But check this out, right? You know, with any a culture, there's other elements to a culture. You know what I'm saying? Like you got the way a person dress, you got their spirituality, you have the food they eat, you have the rules that you know everybody stands on collectively as a group. You have the way that we raise our kids, the way that we deal with other people, you know, all of those things are a part of a culture.
Right.
And music is a part of a culture. Music is not the culture.
Right.
And that is the most idiotic, you know, statement that a person could make, is that music is just it's a culture, because that's not a culture.
Right.
Because anybody who's a fan of rap music can speak on the culture.
What kind?
That's why, you know, what's his name? Michael Rappaport. Yeah. Everybody was on Clubhouse in the WAC 100 room talking about Michael Rappaport speaking about 21 Savage. And then you had people in there like, oh, he's a part of the culture. He's a part of the culture. So they let me speak. I'm like, so what are we saying? Because he likes rap music, he's a part of the culture? They like, yeah, because, you know, he grew up around Black people, you know, and he grew up in New York, you know, and he was around and all that. Like, damn.
That's all it takes.
That's all it takes is for, like, okay, put it like this. I'll give you an example, right? If I like country music, am I part of the culture?
Part of the country culture?
Am I part of the country culture? It's more to it than, you know what I mean?
Right.
Country music is more to the culture. Like do I drink moonshine? Do I wear, you know what I mean? Do I wear big belt buckles and big, you know, and big, you know, cowboy hat? Right. Do I go mudding? You know what I mean? Do I take a Jeep out and go mudding? And do I, you know, do I go hunting and
Right.
that's all different aspects of the culture. Do I chew tobacco?
Right.
No, I don't do none of that. So I can like country music, but that doesn't make me a part of the culture. But it seems like if somebody likes rap music, that makes them a part of the culture of black people.
Kind of kind.
No.
And that like and it's a shame because so like if I may, sir, it's a shame because
Go ahead.
It's people like Michael Rappaport that will have a nerve to say something because I'm part of the culture. I can say whatever I want. Like you got that's how people end up getting twisted teeth. You know what I mean? Because they think because they part of the culture now I can say nigga. You know what I'm saying? And then they end up getting in a fight because not everybody knows that you part of the culture. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, these people, it cracks me up because he had a nerve to say a whole bunch about Kanye, you know what I mean? When he said something about being a part of his culture and he ready to go snap and go off on him.
Right.
You know what I mean? But we ain't going to do that because he grew up around us.
Right. And that is so ass backwards.
Right.
For us to think like that. And this is why oh man, go ahead and finish that. I got a scripture though, sitting with you were just saying. Can you start it from the top? Wisdom of Solomon 15 and 12, please.
But they counted our life a pastime, and our time here a market for gain. For say they, we must be getting every way.
What way?
Every way. Though it be by evil means.
That's what it is. They want to get it by every way. No matter what it is. They want to be a part of it and they want to be able to gain off of it. You know what I mean? Like, think about it, right? It got like what the Lord said, even like down to like you brushing your teeth, they got a part in that. Right. They got a part in you wiping your behind. You know what I mean? After you take a number 2, they got a part in that because the stuff that you're using, some nation is making money off of it. Right. Whatever toilet paper you using, another nation is making money off of it. Right. The thing you use to clean the toilet out, you know what I mean? The little brush, that is another nation that's gaining off of that. Right. And the only way that we're going to ever get out of that is by following the laws, the statutes, and commandments, because that's our culture. Right. That's our culture. And it's our government. You know? Go ahead.
You want me to read on that, sir?
No, that was it. But I just wanted to make a quick point. That's our culture. Right. What people got to stop thinking is that the laws, the statutes, and commandments is something that you got to run away from. The laws, statutes, and commandments are the government. It's the governmental structure that we have as a people. You have to have the rule of law as a people. You cannot be a people that don't have anything that you stand on. Right. You can't do it. You can't stand on civil rights. You get my point? Like that. Okay. So as a whole nation, all we're trying to do is get treated better.
Treated like citizens.
Right. Think like that is so ass backwards. It literally like our whole existence is trying to get treated better. Right. Why don't we just say that we don't care how you treat us and we're going to treat each other better, and we don't care how you feel or what you want to be a part of. You're going to be over there. Like Chinese people could care less how you talk to them. You can go over there. You can go up in a Chinese store and be like, hey, you brought COVID over here. You think they gonna give a damn? Right. They don't care about that you don't like them, because guess what? They're in every major city. And the reason they're in every major city is because the oppressor respects them. Right. The ISUPK, we get a lot of respect for our stance on the way we feel about other nations. A lot of these, like the Proud Boys and a lot of these militia groups and stuff like that who just hate niggas, they respect us because they know that we don't like them. Right. And so we know that they don't like us. So in that, we can have common ground. We can respect that. Right. I don't like you. You don't like me. Cool. You stay over there and we'll stay over here. Right. And we can coexist like that. Right. And that's go ahead. So like that would be amazing if that was happening. The fact of the matter is, like,
it's that thing that you just don't know. You know what I mean? Like you don't know if that dude at your job is a complete racist. You know what I mean? But you'll know by some of the things he do, but then sometimes he's like, oh yeah, you know what I mean? Let's go to lunch or something. You know what I'm saying? Or you never know if that person is completely racist, but we know, you know what I mean? Because we understand their role and what they have to do, and we know that they won't do it because we see it every Saturday at camp. You know what I mean? They'll come walking right up and they'll say things like, "Oh, I love black people, and it's wrong what's happening to you guys, man. And I'm all for black people. Oh yeah, all right, get on your knees and kiss your boots."
Check this out. You remember? Look, remember last week? I mean, remember on Saturday we was at camp, and the cat, the Edomite, he interrupted my speaking to ask me if I wanted to buy some cologne. Now here we are talking about real issues,
right?
Real issues, and he interrupted the speaking. I thought he wanted to ask me a question about what I was saying, or he wanted to ask me about, you know, what we believe in, or whatever. But he asked me if I wanted to buy a bottle of cologne.
Right.
That just shows you how much they care about what we're talking about.
Y'all don't give a damn.
It means absolutely nothing. All right, so we could drop that real quick. Proverbs 29, verse 18. Baba Kashaw.
Kana.
That's right. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate these points you're bringing out.
You said Proverbs 29 and 18. All right, Kana.
Oh, I'm trying to scribe it too at the same time. Shout out to Mataziala. All right. All right, you got it whenever you're ready.
Kana, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 29 and verse 18. Where there is no vision, the people perish.
You see that? That's where there's no vision. Let me see, 18. Salakia. I was just getting there with you real quick. I'm in the wrong one. Salakia. Proverbs 29 and 18. Where there is no vision, the people perish, because we don't have a vision.
Right.
You know, the civil rights movement don't have a vision. Their vision is that we're all going to be this is, I mean, look, for all the 21 people that's listening, that's in here right now, I'm about to tell you what the vision is. Black people's vision, and this I'm not talking about none of us that's in here right now, that's in this room right now. The vision of Black people that's in power, like the civil rights movement, the NAACP, the Urban League, the Congressional Black Caucus, all of them, right? Their vision is that as long as we're joined with the oppressor, and as long as his future is good, then our future will be good as a result of his future being good. So as long as we're with him, then we'll be good as a people. Long as we stick under him, right? Long as we marry to him and we as a nation become Miss America, right? Yeah, because we ain't gonna be Mr. America. We're gonna be Miss America, right? They want us, this leadership wants us to be Miss America.
Right.
But see, this is the thing. With all of this wanting to be joined with the oppressor, and because they feel that the oppressor is going to go on forever and he's never ever going to fall, and as long as we're under him, then we'll be good as a byproduct of us just being up under him, right? But what they fail to realize is that integration that they strive so hard to get tooth and nail, that they just cannot figure out any other way, that same integration, they never ever put the provisions in place to protect us if it fell apart.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because they just integration. We just got a cultural diversity. We all got to come together. But then what happens when it falls apart? You know, like if you can look at history. I don't give a damn. You don't got to be a history buff, right? You don't got to be a history buff to know this. Right. But what I'm saying is this. Salakia, I'm going in right now. You don't got to be a history buff to know this. That every single nation in history has had their time. The Greeks had their time. The Persians had their time. You know, the what's that? The Assyrians had their time. The Chinese had their time. You know, the Romans had their time. America is their time right now. But if you know anything about history, then it would be wise to know that America is going to take their place with every other kingdom that has came and fallen in history. So what would make America any different than any other great nation that has had their time? You know what I mean? Like what would make America any different? And
right.
they even tell you in when you read certain books, like you could read a bunch of books. You can read The Blueprint for Black Power by Dr. Amos. You can read White Power, Black Annihilation in the Service of White Domination. That's a great book. I'm still reading that right now. But you can read these books and it'll tell you that how integration only works long as the economy is good. Because when the economy falls, then integration falls apart. And these other nations, when they start to see that their pockets is hurting, who do you think they're coming for? That's it. And then this is another thing too, Salakia, going in. This is another thing. You know, with all this civil rights, nobody ever thought to put a defense force in place to say, okay, let me protect black people so that we won't be enslaved again. Nobody thought about doing that. That's just out of the way. You know what I mean? Like there's no way to protect. And that's why I say it is so foolish to think that our salvation comes with money.
Right.
Our salvation, money is a defense, but our salvation does not come with money. Our salvation comes when, you know what I mean, we keep the laws, the statutes, and the commandments. Then we could be saved from our enemies, right? The Lord will fight for us. You know what I mean? But and remember, and Salakia, I'm gonna jump off of it and then jump right back in. But you remember, Isaiah Ward, a brother came up to the camp and he was talking about actually like doing something that's unlawful, right? He was like, yeah, you know, we need to just start doing this and that. I ain't gonna say it because I don't want them to take the feed down. But he was talking about, you know, killing people. And I was like, you know, I get it, but there's no we've been in this captivity so long. We've been under the oppressor so long that one thing that I know about black people is that you can't galvanize black people with hostility towards other nations. I don't know why. But for some reason, it's just a special group of people that can see through it and really see what we're saying here. But for the majority of black people, they are just like puppies. You know what I mean? And whenever you say anything that is perceived as not accepting other people or hostility towards other people, it's just black people just cannot get behind it. You know what I mean? And that's why every brother, every sister that can sit in here and listen to what we're saying and still be able to see, you know what I mean, beyond and be able to see the vision, right? That we lay out, you know what I mean, that the Lord lays out, then you are a brother or a sister, man, that is a special person, man. Because right now, everybody is about to go celebrate Thanksgiving. Even those brothers and those sisters who left us, man. You know what I'm saying? Even them. You know what I mean? They're going to go out and they're going to celebrate knowing they ain't supposed to be doing it. Rocky.
That's crazy, sir. Like what you saying is so heavy, man. It's crazy what we willing to give up. You know what I mean? You instead of serving the Most High, you rather have some cranberry sauce, man. You know what I mean? Have your turkey, the sweet potatoes with all the marshmallows on top. That's what we willing to sacrifice. You know what I mean? for getting what we supposed to have on this earth. And they ain't even trying to hear it. You know what I mean? When you try to talk to your family and tell them, you know what I mean? So don't think that you're doing something. If there's anybody out there, don't think that you're doing something by showing up to the Thanksgiving dinner and bringing out truth. Because guess what? Everything you saying is going to go in one ear and out the other.
Yep. Right. I
did it too, sir. I did it too. Before I came into UPK though, but still, I definitely did it too. When I was on my, I know the truth and everything, and I'm gonna go to the house and just try to disrupt everybody's fun. Everybody was like, "Man, you crazy, man! Pass the daggone ham with the orange daggone crust on it, man."
Yeah, and you know what? They're gonna eat that food and they're not gonna give a damn about what you talking about.
Not a damn thing.
Maybe we should just eat a hamburger on Thanksgiving. Yeah. Don't celebrate the death of your own brothers.
Right.
Don't celebrate the death of your own sisters because you want to eat some stinking cranberry sauce. You know what I mean? We got to stand on something. We got to have integrity. Because when you show these other nations, man, that you stand on something, because we go out in these streets, man, they can't cancel the corner Isaiah War.
No,
you know what I mean? They can't cancel the corner. Right, we go out in the corner. You know, when other nations walk up, they respect us, don't they? They look at us like, okay, these niggas here are not like everybody else.
Right.
These niggas here are, and this is the one thing that I just cannot understand. You ever see like sisters when they walking past the camp? I don't care how old their kid is. Their kid can be 6, 15, 17. When they walk past us, they hold their hand. You ever notice
they do. Kind. They pick up the pace and everything. They pull them kids, man.
It's like it could be a dude that's like 16. He could be with his mom, and when he walked past us, his mom hold his hand and pull him like tight, like
right,
and walk with him like she's like protecting him from us.
That's slave mentality, sir. That's literally subconscious slave mentality, because you terrified what they're saying is going to get them in some serious trouble. I don't want my son to get hurt. So I don't want him to come into this understanding, because what they're saying, even though it's true, it's not time yet. Mm-hmm. It's not time for us to be all here and all radical like that. It's time for me to worry about making sure I got these greens soaking, you know what I mean, and these chitlins getting ready. It's not time for us to be, trying to go against the system and go against, what the majority say.
Most are great. Hey, Salaki, that what you got in the background? Damn, you look like you at the school with Campbell. damn, man. Where you get it made at?
I think Officer Thashiyam gave this joint to me. Yeah, Officer Thashiyam gave this to me a minute ago when we was doing the classes and everything online.
Man, I gotta get some at the crib, man. You know what I mean? So I could just be at the crib. You know what I'm saying? Everybody think I'm at the school. Yeah. All right. Most high in Christ, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So shout out to everybody that's in here right now, man. That's right, Ruger, man. Stay strong. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
That's what it's about. You gotta stay strong. To hell with Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? If you fighting with Thanksgiving, do this. When Thanksgiving get here, go get you a cheesesteak.
Right. Ooh wee.
You know what I mean? Get you a nice good cheesesteak with some onions and all the fixings.
Right.
Get that. And eat a this is what you do. Eat a steak, get you some oxtails, whatever it is. Like get you some goat.
And the oxtails again.
Yeah, get you some oxtails, some goat, and then check this out. Then find you a nice show and just binge watch that joint.
Yeah.
Binge watch it. And then if anybody from your family say, hey, yo, do you want to come over for Thanksgiving? Say no. I do not want to celebrate the death of the Native American Indians anymore.
Yep, exactly. And don't so like I said, if I may, don't even show up. Don't even show up the next day, because yes, I know about you. I know some folks out there that think they slick. I'm gonna show up, days after. I'm not gonna show up on Thanksgiving Day. I'm gonna show up after Thanksgiving and get the leftovers.
Mm-hmm. Right, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So don't even partake in none of that. You know what I'm saying? Because your brothers wouldn't partake in that if it was about your death. You know what I'm saying?
Don't eat nothing
Right.
on Thanksgiving.
Right.
I'll give you a scripture on it. Hold on, real quick. I'm just gonna get it for y'all real quick. I think it's 1 Corinthians 8.
Conor McCon.
Is that, you know what I'm talking about, right? My brother to offend.
Conor McCon.
My brother to offend. Hold on, let me see. Let me see real quick. It's 1 Corinthians 8 and 13.
Conor McCon.
I'm gonna subscribe it. 12? Yeah, you can. I'm gonna just subscribe it real quick. 1 Corinthians, just to kind of get a brother's what's it? Salakia. Okay. COR. 1 Corinthians 8 and 13. And you got it. Whenever you're ready.
10 probably be good too, sir.
Yeah, go ahead. You got it.
Okay. This is the 1 Corinthians chapter 8 and verse 10. For if any man see thee which has knowledge sit at meat in the idol's temple, shall not the conscience of him which is weak be emboldened to eat those things which are offered to idols?
Right. Go ahead. Break it down.
Kind of like how you look. You know what I mean? Sitting down at the table, knowing what you know, and they know that you know these things. They know that you know what I mean, the law, statutes, commands, that we ain't supposed to be eating pork, shrimp, crab, lobster. You know what I mean? They know that we don't celebrate birthdays. We don't celebrate none of these holidays. How you look, you know what I mean? Being on the corner on a Saturday and then going on Sunday, sitting down at a Thanksgiving dinner. I mean, I don't know when Thanksgiving Thursdays usually, but you know what I'm saying. Right. You know what I mean? How would Captain Zion Wine look going doing the class on Wednesday night, talking like he talking right now, and his family watching? You know what I mean? Knowing what he knows, and then he show up on Thanksgiving Day, like, hey man, where your cup at?
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like how we look doing something like that, man. We would look foolish, and it would strengthen them. Your family will say, see, you ain't got to do all that, man. Come on, man. Have some of this turkey, man. I put the extra gravy on your plate. You know what I mean? They go and say, see, we ain't got to keep the law, statutes, commandments because you ain't doing it. You can't do it.
You know what? You know what else? Remember when the brother, I'm not gonna say his name because he left the truth. Right. You know what I mean? But that brother, he said,
"Oh yeah."
He said he went over, and this is what's so crazy. I wonder why he left, because he said that he went to his people's crib for Thanksgiving, and they said, "I knew you wasn't nothing but a fake ass Jew."
Damn.
You know what I mean? And he told us about that. Remember that?
He did. I remember.
He told us about that.
I definitely remember that.
I'm like, well, that should make you want to never, ever turn back to the world.
Right.
Because of that. You know what I mean? For me, my rock in the truth is y'all. You know what I'm saying? The brotherhood that I have. You know what I mean? The brotherhood and the sisterhood. You know what I'm saying? That, you know what I mean? The sisters that's in this school, the brothers that's in this schools. Like, this is what I subscribe to, and this is what keeps me grounded in this. You know what I mean? Integrity keeps me grounded in the truth. Right. Integrity, culture. Culture keeps me grounded in the truth. Loyalty keeps me grounded in the truth. Right. Mm-hmm. And so to see a brother's family ridicule him like that, and then he can't take the ridicule because, like Christ said, they endure but for a time. But when they are offended for the word's sake, I mean, when prosecution arises for the word's sake, immediately they're offended. Not offended at the fact that it's Thanksgiving. They're offended at the fact that they're following Christ, right, and following the scriptures. Right? That's what you get offended at. And when you get offended at those things, and when you allow yourself to get offended, you will be there because your auntie is stronger than you. Your old ass granny. Yeah, I'm talking to, your grandma, the one with the big hat, right? The one with the biggest hat is the biggest hypocrite.
Biggest.
Right, the one with the whole bouquet of flowers on her hat. She the biggest hypocrite, but
Right.
she's stronger than you. And
That's
that right there, I don't ever want to die like that.
Right.
Meaning, like, I don't ever want to be a coward like that. And they say a coward dies 1,000 deaths.
1,000 deaths.
Right, and a coward dies every day.
Cowards die every day, D.
Right, I don't want to die like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't want to die to my auntie. You get my point?
Right.
I don't want to die like that. I don't want my auntie to say, I know you wasn't nothing but a fake ass Jew. Woo,
Right.
That's like she stuck a knife in my heart. And I died at the Thanksgiving dinner. You know what I mean?
Oh wait. Yeah, it's just the idea of hearing "I told you so." that's like I told you so. You know what I mean? All that fighting that you did, you know what I mean, for your family, and all of them is like, see, I told you Christ died for everybody. See, you ain't even got to believe with them black Hebrew Israelites believe. You know what I mean? Just come on in and go to church and understand that Jesus saves us all. I told you so. That's enough, right? That's almost enough to keep you in the truth, right there, sir. For me, you know what I mean. I definitely got my brothers, and I'm glad for my brothers, man. You know what I mean. But I'm gonna tell you, man, that's another thing that's holding me on too. You know what I mean. All this work that we doing to hear somebody say, "See, you ain't nothing. See, I told you," and you gonna make them strong, and they gonna fall deeper in, and you just gonna be on the outside smoking weed.
You know what is I sit back and I look at, like, how, like, you came into the truth, how you came into the truth. And I remember when we first met, you know what I'm saying? I never thought that me and you would be, you would be a friend of mine. You'd be a brother of mine, you know what I'm saying? A brother who came in here, you know what I'm saying? And then totally, completely embraced the brotherhood. You know what I mean? Like, that's what this is about. You know what I mean? It don't have to be, 1,000 brothers. It don't have to be 1,000 sisters. All it takes is that one brother or that one sister or that brother in here that just said he just started his super program.
That's right.
That brother there is important.
Right.
The angels rejoice in heaven over that brother right there.
That's right.
And all you got to do, if you want to have longevity in this, is just always stick to what you was taught. Always have brotherhood, right? Always have loyalty, and always just follow your orders.
Right.
And you'll be great. You'll be great. You jump right in, head strong. You don't got to make the mistakes, because we seen the brothers that make the mistakes. Like, I always made my judgments in life off of the mistakes that other people made. So even when I was a kid, Isaiah Ward, when I was a kid, and I had to go to boys' school. I had to go to boys' school because I was a bad kid. I had to go to boys' school called Clarinda Academy in Iowa. When I went there, I seen other kids get the shit slapped out of them. Slacking for my language. Right. I seen them get the shit slapped out of them by white folks who were the staff members.
Right.
So I knew that I don't want to do that, because I don't want to get the taste slapped out of my mouth.
Right.
I've always learned from people's mistakes. And if you want to be a brother that's going to move forward, to move up, to, be down for longevity, then you have to be a type of person that can learn from other people's mistakes.
That's right.
Of course, you're going to make mistakes, but you don't want to be the type of person that just makes mistakes that other people have made. You want to be the brother that can see what other people are doing that's making mistakes and not make those same mistakes. And that's how you got to be as a sister, and that's how you have to be as a brother. All right? No sweat. Go ahead. I'll continue. Slakia, I'm kind of running a little bit. Slakia.
No, you 12, sir. You 12, sir. But when you... Oh, Slakia. Verse 11. And though thy knowledge... Slakia. And through thy knowledge... shall the weak brother perish, for whom Christ died.
Right. So if I could just back up a little bit, where it says, for if any man see thee which have knowledge, so that at meat at the idol's temple, shall not the conscience of him which is weak and emboldened to eat those things which are offered unto idols. Meaning this, right? Like, and you broke it down great. I just wanted to piggyback. That brother, like Ruger, You know what I'm saying? That said he just started the Trooper program last week. Now, I know Isaiah Ward knows that it's just meat.
Right.
It's just turkey. At the end of the day, it's sweet potato pie.
Right.
Right? Sweet potato pie, ribs,
beans, greens, hams, tomatoes.
Hey, look, Slocky, I'm about to go get something to eat now. I'm about to go get something to eat. But we know that it's just that.
Right.
Right? We know that it's just that. But for this, brother, I'm just picking on you, Ruger. But for Ruger's sake, I'm not going to eat that.
Right.
Even though I know it's just food. We in the truth. Sisters in the truth. Sisters know the truth. We know that it's just, it's just, sweet potato pie. We know that it's just turkey. It's just, well, not ham. I ain't going to use that as an example.
Right.
But, everything else. We know that. Chicken, whatever. We know it. But that liberty that we have of being in the truth and knowing the truth, it could hurt another brother who might not be as learned in it as you.
Right. Because
go ahead.
Because to him, it ain't just meat. You know what I mean? For some brothers out there, this the only time they eat turkey. This is the only time they eat, sweet potatoes, mac and cheese, and collard greens. You know what I mean? So to them, it's Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? And they'll try to put different terms on it. I'm not doing it because of the Indians. I'm doing it because God says I'm giving God thanks. But you can thank God every day. You know what I'm saying? But you want to do it this day, and it's a whole family event. You know what I mean? The family going to sit around at the table. They're going to hold hand, bow heads, and they're going to send up a prayer. And while grandma is praying over the food, there's going to be some side cuts going on. People going to be laughing and joking on the side while grandma's sending up the prayer about how thankful everything is. And, they're going to have a prayer. The auntie's going to have a prayer battle. And it's all going to be over a food that you can eat any day of the week. You know what I mean? But it just so happens to be so special because it's a holiday. To them, it's a holiday. It's not just meat. So by us taking on that meat, and to them, is us serving a false idol.
And check this out. If you are a brother or a sister that's in here that's listening to the class right now, and you still are going to go to the Thanksgiving dinner, then this is your order, right? This is your order.
Okay.
You are going to go to the Thanksgiving dinner, and you're going to ruin the whole dinner. You're gonna ruin the spirit. You're gonna make you some signs, and you're gonna go there, and you're going to ruin the spirit of it. If you just can feel that you have to go, then go. But you are going to ruin everything about it. You're gonna hit Granny with facts. You're gonna hit your brothers, and your cousins, the uncle that's molesting everybody. You're gonna hit them with facts about what Thanksgiving is, and you're gonna ruin the spirit.
Yep.
That's what you do. If you just feel like you have to go, that's your mission.
Yep.
All right. Could you keep reading, please?
Colonel McCon. When we start at 11?
Yeah, you got it.
Okay, Colonel McCon. This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 8 and verse 11. And through thy knowledge shall the weak brother perish, from whom Christ died. But when ye sin so against the brethren and wound their weak conscience, ye sin against Christ.
Right, because you sinning against the brother by eating in front of him like that.
Right.
That's why it's saying that you're sinning against the brother because your liberty, because you're like, oh, I'm in the truth. I know it's just turkey. But that brother who's not as learned as you, that sister that's not as learned as you sin against that sister, man, because you make them think like, well, I mean, it's just turkey, right? You know what I mean? I can just eat it, and you wound their weak conscience.
Right.
Right? Go ahead.
Colonel McCon. Wherefore, if meat make my brother to offend, I will eat no flesh while the world standeth.
There you go.
I make my brother to offend.
Right. And while the world standeth is talking about Thanksgiving.
Right.
The world is standing with Thanksgiving.
Damn
The
right.
world, and then we about to eat again on Christmas.
About to eat again.
Yeah, about to eat again, right? Because the world's standing with America.
Right.
The world is standing. You know what, Isaiah? What you ever notice, like on Christmas, they don't even like if you watch regular TV, it don't be nothing on.
No, nothing but that holiday stuff. What's that one movie that with the white bull? They run it all day, 24/7, huh?
The Christmas Story.
Yeah. You'll shoot your eye out. Yeah.
I kind of like that, Salakia. I've been watching that since I was a kid.
Fragile.
Yeah. He got a leg. He got a leg in the damn bed. He got a leg in the middle.
Man ain't getting no respect, man.
Yeah. That's what's on, man. It gets you. Right. And look, I'm gonna tell you, brothers, man, it's rough. You know what I mean? Because you be in that store, it be like, jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock, jingle around. You be singing, you be in the mall, you be like,
yeah, you know that Temptation song. You know that Boyz II Men song. Yeah, that's
right.
That when I was in the world, man, that was when I knew Christmas was coming around, when the Temptations started to play. It was like, oh shoot, it's Christmas time now. You know what I mean? And they play it all out through the daggone mall, and it gets you in the mood. And next thing you know, you just spending money.
Mm-hmm. It's witchcraft.
It's witchcraft, kind of what kind.
All right, Ruger, what you say? The brother said, he said, I'm gonna get an Italian cheeseburger from Poppy, the Poppy store, and be in the house on COD and consulting the brother. That's the head of the school. That's right.
That's right.
He said the Poppy store, so he must be from Philly.
Yeah, you know, that's definitely a Philly term right there.
Ruger, you from Philly, Ruger?
I mean, they say that in New York too.
They say that they say the Poppy store.
Yeah, they say that in New York too.
Princess Kadasha, shout out to you. Shout out to Stefan Rowan. That Stefan.
Oh shucks, man.
Yeah, Stefan, boy. That's a name right there.
Right. Stefan getting Laura in them.
Okay, so let me get this brother comment. Raj Yediah said, Yediah said, Salakia, my familia, my immediate family are pastors, preachers, and completely disowned me recently because I, at this age, found this truth. But I say what Captain Tazariak say, no sweat, truth above all. Right? Because remember what Christ said. Christ said, I come to set a man at variance.
Right.
You know what I mean? And his own, his foes shall be them of his own household. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Kind of kind.
And he said, any man that is not worthy, you know what I mean? I'm paraphrasing, of course, but any man that's not worthy of, of that battle is not worthy to follow Christ.
Right. If you love your mother or your father more than you love me, then you are not worthy.
There you go.
And that's so heavy, man. Because you know what? I had that same issue. You know, my mom is deep in the church too. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you, man, I wasn't called a devil. All the stuff that I did in my life, I ain't never been called a devil until I challenged her on the truth of this Bible.
Damn.
You know what I mean? And I was called a devil. You know what I mean? How dare you come against Christ and say that he's not God? You the devil. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like it's a lot of things that you're gonna fight with, and that's why it's important to stay close to the school, stay close to the brothers in the UPK, man. Because if you don't, and you out in the world, you're gonna be depressed. You know what I mean? Before I came into the UPK, I was a depressed person, man, because here I am trying to tell my family all this information that I'm reading. You know what I mean? And none of them trying to hear anything I'm saying. I remember reading the scriptures where it says that, you know what I mean, how they treat the false prophets. You see what I'm saying? And here I was, when I was in Christianity, I ain't never had a problem talking about the Bible. But once I came into this truth and I start talking about what the Bible actually says, now I start having foes in my family. You know what I mean? My own household. You know what I mean? Now I started saying, that's when I knew the Bible was real. What I was reading was the absolute truth, because everybody was against you, even in my own house, own house. You know what I mean? So you gotta understand, man. Stay close to the UPK. Oh, he said he from Jersey, sir.
Oh, he's from Jersey. Okay.
Yeah. But stay close to the UPK, man, because this brotherhood is a weapon, and that's the thing that's going to keep us sane, man. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, that's right, man. Hey, I'm going to be going to Las Vegas, Salakia.
Oh, man.
Yeah, guess what I did?
What you did? So you got your
What I
ticket?
did was I got my tickets through Affirm.
Okay,
Hold on,
Con.
hold on 1 second, Salakia, real quick. Go ahead and tell us about Shalom.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to grab me some tickets too, man.
Yeah, it's about to be over in a minute.
Oh, all right, because I was going to stop through, but ain't no sense in stopping through.
All right, yeah, you got it.
All right, but I still got Thursday. Like I said, I'm off Thursday, so I still got Thursday.
All right, no sweat. I'll hit you once I get out of here.
All right, that's what's up.
All right, Lil Chris.
All right, okay.
All right. Yeah, Salakia. And now just a sidebar real quick.
Right.
I digress a little bit, but it was, I got it through Affirm. So I'm paying on my plane ticket
Right.
monthly. So it's $124 per month. That was for 2 tickets, but it's $124 per month. And, there you go.
I might have to creep out there, man.
And I got the, I got you. Look, if you go, don't worry about the car because I got one for $30 a day. I got one for $30. Hey, it's a regular sedan. You know, me and you got to see all the way back. But we lit. We in there.
A 2-seater.
Yeah, we in there.
All right, man. I'm gonna have to see what's up, man. Might have to leave somebody behind on this one.
You know what? It's actually cheap because the round trip was only like $200 for one person.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
well, that's not bad. I need to get on that now. Then.
Salakia. And that's for everybody, man. We got the ISUPK West Coast barbecue coming up. It's going to be on December the 1st to the 4th. I got a plane ticket that's leaving out of Philly at 9:16 at night, and it's going to get me there Thursday morning at 12 o'clock in the morning.
Ooh-wee.
So it's really Wednesday night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Late night, Wednesday night at 12. So it's Vegas. So I'm thinking that clubs don't close at 2 o'clock, do they?
Nah, man. It looks like at nighttime, the same stuff that be going on at nighttime down there be going on during the daytime, man. So by the time you get there, you just jumping right in the scene, man.
Okay, so there we go. We lit. So boom, man. You know what I'm saying? We get there, boom, we get there at 12 o'clock, go to the, get dressed here, get on the flight, already dressed, to get off the flight, and then just go straight and just
be like, where my cup at?
Yeah, just get my cup and we good to go.
They got a Fat Tuesdays in the airport.
They do?
No, I don't know. They had so many. Last time I went, they had Fat Tuesdays in so many places. I just was like, I'm just gonna keep this cup with me, man.
Yeah, there we go. So that was just a shameless plug for the joint coming up. Barak Wanah tried to sneak up in here. What's going on, Barak Wanah?
Hey. Shalom.
Toronto, man. I gotta get up to Toronto, but I gotta get my passport. All right, so look, let me get this one last scripture, man. Let me see. Let me get Isaiah 32:5. Isaiah 32:5. Let's hit that.
All right. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 32 and verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
The vile person shall be no more called liberal.
Right, because they think that Joe Biden, man, he's so liberal because he's a Democrat, right? They think that these other celebrities are so liberal and they just so good and nice to black folks. You know what I mean? It said that the vile person shall no more be called liberal. Keep going.
Makan. No, Salakia. Nor the churl.
The what?
The churl.
The churl. When it says churl, hold on. Let me describe this real quick. Real quick. I just want to describe it real quick, just so everybody know where we at. Real quick. 1 sec. Okay. What's that? Isaiah 32:5. We working for y'all, man. We working, man. All right, here we go. Isaiah 32:5. All right. Could you read it one more time from the top, Baba Kashaw?
Kana Makan. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 32 and verse 5.
Uh-huh.
The vile person shall be no more called liberal, nor the churl.
The churl is a mean-spirited person, right? Go ahead.
Said to be bountiful.
Right, bountiful means like something that like the mean-spirited person that they have things in abundance,
right?
And no more is are we gonna look to them like, you know, there's something.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like we go, well, they are something. Look at Shaq, man. Look at Shaq. You know, we're not going to look at them. It's going to be a time when we're not going to look at them like they're something. You know what I mean?
Kind, sir, if I may. That's like that, and I believe it's in Ecclesiasticus chapter 13, where it talks about the rich man and how everybody we hold on to what they saying. You see what I'm saying? Like that's the churl person. That's the mean-hearted person. He ain't got no heart for our people. Like you said, Shaquille O'Neal, all that money he make. Where is he talking about anything for our people? You know what I'm saying? Anything good, or even saying anything against something that bad happens. You know what I mean? They're not really caring about it, not really giving into it. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you got it, sir. You got it, sir.
If I could, I seen a video with Kanye West. Right? He was like, he was showing like this building that he had. Like where he had like the closing and everything going on. He had a bunch of Balenciaga, and he said, "I'm selling all this for $20."
Ooh wee!
It was a bunch of Balenciaga, and I was thinking to myself, he might have really planned all this,
right?
And you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, you know, it's kind of dope. You know, we'll see. I'm not giving him his props yet. Right. We'll see what happens. You know what I mean? But like you said, man, you know, the churl, you know what I mean? Like how we look at Charles Barkley or, you know, somebody that's an evil-spirited person. And then we look at that person and we think that they're liberal and they're for black people, you know, because that's really what it means anyway. Liberal is like, I'm going to tell you something. You know what liberal is in America? Liberal for white people is dog whistle racism. And that dog whistle racism for liberal is, I don't want to get shut down, but when they say a white person is liberal, that means that white person is a nigger lover. There you go. That's it. That's what that means. You know, to Republicans and conservatives, that means that when white people are Democrats, that means you're a nigger lover. All right?
Right. God.
All right. All right.
Oh man, that's funny. Man.
All right, go ahead.
He made me think of Clayton Bisbee when he divorced his wife because she a nigga lover. Salakia, sir. All right.
You right, man. That's Clayton Bisbee.
Clayton Bisbee.
All right, man. All right.
Verse 6. For the vile
5.
Oh, you want me to go back to 5?
That was it, right?
Kana Makan.
Was that it on it?
Kana Makan on 5.
Okay.
It said, nor the churl said to be bountiful.
Right, because we're not going to look at people who are mean-spirited persons, evil-spirited persons. We're not going to look at them like they're something to be worshipped, something to be, you know, glorified, something to be, you know, worth us giving our time to. Right,
so we got money.
Time.
Right.
All right. So I want to end it there, but I just want one more scripture.
Okay, come on.
Hebrews 11:13.
Kana Makan. All right. It's the book of Hebrews, chapter 11 and verse 13.
Let me describe it real quick.
Kana Makan.
Let me see. I just want to describe it real quick. And Hebrews 11, 13.
Kana Makan. It's the book of Hebrews, chapter 11 and verse 13. These all died in faith, not having received the promises.
Right, and that's very well how we might be.
Right.
Remember what Christ said when he said all the prophets prophesied until John. But they're raised among there haven't been another greater than John the Baptist. The reason why is because John the Baptist was the first he was the first prophet that prophesied about Christ and actually had it happen. He's seen it. Right. All the other prophets, they went to their deathbed preaching about Christ and preaching about this and that, and it never came to fruition in their lifetime.
Right.
And it's a very real thing that it might happen for you too, for us. You know, the brothers that started the ISUPK, they didn't see Christ's return in the year 2000. You know, Tazadakia, he went to his deathbed, didn't he? He didn't see it. He didn't see Christ's return. And that's why we got to look at this like this is not a 400-yard dash, because you might very well get old and Christ not return.
Right.
But can you stay down? Can you stay focused? Can you hold the line and do what the other prophets did that came before you? Can you do that? Can you hold it down? Can you, if you a sister, can you hold it down? Can you stand fast to what was before you? Right? Because you just might not see Christ's return. A lot of people can hang, they can get down with this truth as long as Christ come back in 2025. Long as he come back in 2023. But what if he don't come back in 2023? What if he come back in 3000?
Right.
None of us gonna be here. You know what I mean? So that's the kind of faith that you have to have. That's the kind of perseverance that you have to have. Keep going.
Khan. But having seen them afar off, and were persuaded of them, and embraced them, and confessed that they were strangers and pilgrims on the earth.
Right. You know what a pilgrim is, man? A pilgrim is a person that looks for religious freedom. And that's all we've been looking for in America. We've been looking for religious freedom. You know, like they say the pilgrims came here, right? Then the pilgrims come to America.
Yep.
Looking for religious freedom.
Yep.
That's what we are here on this earth, man. We're just strangers in America. You know what I mean? We're just strangers wherever we go. We strangers in Europe. We strangers all over the place. Wherever the Israelites are, we strangers, man. And we like pilgrims, man. We just people that's looking for religious freedom, man.
Right.
Right? Read on.
Khan. Verse 14. For they that say such things declare plainly that they seek a country.
And that's what we do. That's why the Israelites is out here. That's why we out here going out to camp every week, because we seek our own country.
Right.
We seek to be free from this oppression. We seek to not be, you know, jammed up at everywhere we turn. We seek to be free. Kanye West, I seen when he talking about all these plans and stuff. That brother is a millionaire now, but he seeks to be free. The NAACP, they seek to be free too, but they just going about it the wrong way. But you get my point. And we all, at the end of the day, we seek to be free. There's no way we're going to get that freedom if we don't have brotherhood and we don't have sisterhood. You can hang it up. One way or another, we're going to have to figure it out. One way or another, we're going to have this brotherhood and this sisterhood, because that's the foundation of everything. That's what Christ gave us.
Right.
As long as we understand that, we'll be winning. You know what I'm saying? As long as we don't go against that, we don't have to worry about losing. And with that being said, man, you know what I mean? I want to thank, you know what I'm saying, Isaiah Ward for coming in from Camden,
right,
Delaware, to be exact. You know what I mean? Shout out to him, man, and shout out to everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? Anything else you want to say?
Oh, sir, man. You know what I mean? Stay away from the turkey.
Yeah.
That stuff starts tomorrow.
Yeah, stay away from it. Don't lick the bowl. Don't worry about that cornbread. like the brother said, man, eat you a Italian sub, eat you a steak, eat you something, man, and you'll be good to go, man. You don't have to worry about it. Ain't nothing. Because on Friday, it'll be all over. All right? It will be
Italian sub without the pork, that is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right, without the pork.
Go to the all beef place.
There you go. And with that being said, man, shalom, Yahweh Shemel Shabbat Kathah, to all the brothers, Yahweh Shemar Thunba, Shalaga, Yahweh Shemel Shabbat Kathah, to all the brothers, Yahweh Shemar Lathan, by Shem Yahweh Shah, to all the sisters. All right? And we out of here.